What is happening, feeshin friends? Welcome to another episode, coming to you from my workshop, aka my garage. If you've never seen me out in the garage, it's a messy garage, probably like all of you have, with kid toys, bikes hanging up, and all that good stuff. But we're not out here to look at the dirtiness of my garage. We're out here because we're going to be doing some more jig making. In fact, this is the Weedless Midwest Finesse jig, they call it. It's a Weedless Ned Rig. Now you all have seen me use these flatlands. Tackle, I want to say, is what I had been using in the past, but the good folks that do it, like I said, I partnered up with them this year to work on some stuff. They sent me this to play with, so I said yes, I would like to make some of these. I wasn't sure when I first got into jig making if I would like it or not, but it's an awesome way to kill time. This winter it'll help keep me sane because here in Iowa we ice over. Though ice fishing is fun, it doesn't completely cut that need to fish and stuff. Doing this kind of stuff helps. So we're going to take a look at this inside. You can see it's got all the different cavities. If you've never looked at a Do-It mold or any of these molds, Do-It, I know, lists like the actual sizes here, and it also lists the hooks, all the materials that you would need inside the actual mold, which is cool. And then of course I got to go up there and see how these are made, and those are made right here in good old Denver, Iowa. Love supporting an Iowa company. Now, this is cold. It came from inside. I'm going to put this on top of the lead melting pot to warm up. I got some hooks. Now I hope I can get some bigger hooks for this. This is a hook number 1, so I'll show you. Pretty small hook. It'll be fine for like your regular TRDs, but there's some other soft plastics and stuff that I want to run, and I like a little bit bigger hook. So you can see once you get the lead on there, whoops, that's how big the hook is. So maybe an inch. Right about an inch is all the bigger that hook is. So not huge, but like I said, for a regular TRD or something like that, perfect. Now these are the Victory hooks, and those things are sticky. Look how that sticks into my thumbnail. Super sticky, sharp. You can see it's that EWG style. So once we get these finished up, I will show you what they look like on some plastics. I also got a couple powder paints. Come on, I'll bring you over here with me. We're going to get kind of up close and personal, sorry. Some Mango Magic. This is a pretty cool little color. It reminds me of like very Mardi Gras, Louisiana. You'll see why. Plum, which is pretty cool, kind of a reddish. It's got some like bluish purple sparkle in it. And last, some Purple Smoke. Now this one's cool because it's pretty translucent when you put it on. It's kind of like they're saying like a smoky with like purple flake in it. Pretty neat. But we're going to show you all these. I might even try to make some of my own color type deals. I don't know. Got a lot to do. What size should we do? Let's try, I want to say 1/8. 1/8 is probably what I'll use the most. So let's see. Now this mold is super easy. All you have to do is put the hook in. There's no other little parts, springs, nothing like that. It's just the one hook in. And so that's the third one we're going to pour into right to here. I have not poured in a while. I'm a little bit rusty. Hopefully this came out. Oh yeah, perfect. Good pour. That's what we're looking at right there. I just have to cut that little sprue off, that front part. I just took the back of my cutters and kind of tamped that down, peened that down. That way it's nice and around there. Not gonna have to file or mess with anything, and then we will get that painted. So that's it. That's all there is to doing one of those. Let's pure. Let's pure a few more. All right, let's get a few hooks out. I'm gonna lay them here. That way it makes it easier just to kind of grab them as I'm going here. I don't know how many we'll make. Now, should I do a giveaway? You all think I should do a giveaway? Yeah, we'll do a giveaway. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you open it up and it's like Christmas every time you do that. Oh, I love it. Oops, that was the wrong side. Love it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's pour a bunch, then I'll do all the trimming. I'll, I don't know, speed this up and put some music over it, something that's a little bit more entertaining than watching me do this. Oh yeah. That's what they look like after you pour them. That's a really easy mold to pour. This is a great one for like people that are new because all you have to do is put that hook in, pour it, done. Not a bunch of extra parts, done. A very important step I don't feel like people talk about enough, make sure you unplug that lead pot. That thing gets so flippin' hot. You do not, I'm stuck. You do not want to leave him plugged in, and you do not want to get any sort of water or moisture up in there. Yikes, bad news. Be careful with that. Okay, I've got everything poured. I need to clean up my jig head. So like I said, when they come out, they've got this little deal on it. That guy, the sprue, that's the part that where you pour it in. So I need to get all those clipped off, get the front of those jig heads peened over so it's nice and flat and round, and then we can paint these. I don't know, Debo, what were you thinking? It's only 94 out here in the garage. You should have picked a day when it was hotter to come out and do this. Silly me. So all I'm doing is taking a pair of cutters like this, and these are flat cutters, so you can see that it leaves a nice, pretty close to flat edge right there. Then I'm just taking these and doing this with the back side of it. Ding, 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 ding. That way there's nothing sharp, nothing sticking out. That way it's pretty rounded over, and once you actually dip this in paint, it'll cover all that up anyway. So, yeah. All right, time to paint. I'm going to try this Mango Magic first. I'll talk over this and other because you can't. Yeah, exactly. But that's that mango. Oh, sweet. Almost like a... All right, skipped ahead to the part where everything's all loaded up, ready to be baked. All those beautiful colors. I'll show you colors a little bit closer up here. But I got to bake them at like, I don't know, 325-ish for 15 minutes is what I do. And yeah. All right, feeshin friends, back inside. A couple days later, I got all of these jig heads finished up. So they come out of the toaster oven. My old lady calls it the easy bake oven. Come on, honey. Come out of the toaster oven, and that makes that paint nice and hard on there. And it really does make a difference after you powder coat them. Another quick reminder is make sure you clear those little eye holes before you bake them, because after you just, straight away powder coat them, you can break those eyes if there's, like paint in the middle of the eye right there. Focus here, blocking the eye right there where you would tie your line. You can just take a little eye breaker thing and break that out. But after you bake it, it is super hard to bust that open. But with these, once you actually bake it, or you can tell the companies that bake their jig heads, it makes that a ton more durable. So as for colors, let me take you down here and give you a look. I've got some watermelon red. I've got some bold bluegill here, and that's a little bit of orange dip on one of them. I've got that new purple smoke color, one with a white base, and then some of those with just the regular lead. Nice color. I've got the purple, which came out looking awesome. I think that's my favorite. Just did a couple in the black and blue. I did some root beer with a little bit of the bold bluegill on the bottom. You'll see that a little bit closer here in a second. Some of the brand new plum color. I think that'll be a pretty darn good color for the smallmouth. Some Mango Magic, that one's the one that reminds me of Mardi Gras down in Louisiana. Some matte black, which look really good, awesome in any sort of watercolor. And then some of that matte watermelon, kind of like a little bit brighter, green pumpkin. Really happy with the way they turned out. I cannot wait to throw these. Now, what's the whole point of this, right? I've already got a Ned Rig mold from Do It Molds. Now, these are the EWG Weedless Ned Rig. So I've got one already rigged up here, and I'm going to show you how to rig it up. So with these, the hook sits on the back of the lure like this. This is your regular Z-Man TRD. That's one of those dual colors. I was trying to get a head to match the old Shark Deuce is what Burley and Paul call it. The Copper Truce color there. So I was trying to get a head to match it. Didn't get it right on. But with this, you can make this completely weedless. So when you take that hook and just kind of barely skin hook it in the plastic, you can see there you can run your finger over it and there's no hook that's going to grab right there, okay? So that's what makes this rig nice and weedless. With that Ned Rig head, that rounded head, when you throw this on the bottom and it's, walking around, with a really buoyant soft plastic like this, that mushroom head really wants to allow that plastic to stand up. So that's one of the keys to the Ned Rig. Now, you don't have to just bounce it. You can kind of swim it. You can kind of hop it. There's a number of ways to work the Ned Rig. I wouldn't really say a wrong way. I've even thrown it out and just reeled it in with stuff on it, like a simple rig like this, and caught fish. Let me tip you down here and we're gonna rig one up. Okay, so to rig this bad boy up, I'm gonna use one of these. This is the X-Zone 3-inch Ned Zone lure of theirs. I really like it. Just a little bit bigger than the TRD. I think the TRD is 2.5 inches. So slightly bigger and a little bit different shape. Now, I like this because, I will show you, it's got a little bit thicker part here. So to rig this up, I'm gonna take my hook in just about there, just so I cover up this piece. You can see that piece just behind the head. That's what I want to cover up with the plastic, is that little piece right there. So I'm not just going to skin hook it. I'm not just going to go barely in and come out like this, because what's going to happen is you'll see you have a big space here. It's not going to fit. Have a bunch of room there where it moves. So there we go. Want to make sure I'm dead center in the middle of that on the bottom. Now, I'm going to lay my hook next to it just like this to see where I need to come out through the back of the lure. I know people struggle with that. Then it's going to sit crooked. It's going to sit on there like this or all messed up. So I'm going to lay the hook next to the bait, I'm going to mark it with my finger there. Right here is where I know it needs to go in. I'm going to come up directly in the middle of the bottom, come directly through the back, just like that. Now you can see I've got just a little bit of room there. That's okay. I'm going to take my hook, put it in just like that, and you've got a nice flat weedless Ned rig. You can see you just barely skin hook it there. You're good to go. And if you didn't care, if you're on, you know, rock, kind of a regular bottom, you can leave the hook out like that just a little bit if you want to increase your hookup ratio just a bit. But then I would go to a regular Ned rig head if you're, you know, if you're doing that. So for me, just going to take that, just barely skin hook it, not a ton, just a little bit so the point is in there. It'll sit nice and straight, nice and flush, just like that for you. So feeshin friends, as I said before, I am doing a giveaway, so comment below. You don't have to do anything special. Just say, I'd like to try the Ned rig, or I like fishing a Ned rig. Something about the Ned rig, and I'm going to pick a random comment from below. So I'll give you a few of these, a few of each size, a couple different colors to try out. Now, I will also link in the description below my affiliate link or my partner link with Do It Molds. I don't get any money for it or anything. It's just a way to show them that I'm sending people over because I do support them. They're a fellow Iowa company working with me. I'm working with them on some projects. Really good people over there, and I'm really happy to be working with them. So if you're into making tackle, they have some of the coolest stuff around. Everything you can get here, the paint, the mold, the hooks, all that will be in my description below. So you can check it out and be a nerd like me and make lures. And if you're not into making your own lures, I know there's other companies out there that sell these pre-made for you, so you can check those out too. But for me, the satisfaction of being able to pour, starting with just a regular hook and some lead, pour on my own head, dipping it whatever color I want, putting my lure on and catching a fish, that is so much fun. I don't know where that went. So that's going to do it for me today. Today's subscribed feeshin friend is my guy, Fish Daddy 401. He's actually got one of his lures is too cool. I didn't want to put it out and get it ruined. He's got a couple back here that I put up. Super cool guy. He makes his own soft plastics. Look him up. Really nice guy. I'm in kind of a little bait makers guild with him. I've already got some cool stuff to share. So speaking about homemade baits and lures, I've got more of that to show in some more videos. So thank you, and thank you everybody else who continues to watch and support me. It really does mean a ton. But I got to edit, so thank you all for watching, and until next time.